Welcome back to World Finals 20 here at Orlando, Florida. We're getting back into the swing of things with freestyle competition, and we're starting things off with maximum destruction. Neil Elliott coming out onto the floor, and we're going to see what he can do for freestyle competition. A nice transfer move to start things off, almost getting tripped up there. And now turning around for his second hit. Some nice air right there. And a hard landing on the right side, rebounding over onto the left, going over the pod, and turning around once again, cross-threading the launch ramp on the red side of the stadium, going over the fire truck, and a nice combination move there for Max D, landing hard on the center of the chassis there. We call that the cradle. Nice air right there for Max D. Max D into trouble on top of the pod. He's going to pull it back down. A nice save for Neil Elliott. A nice send right there off the red side. Onto the sidewalls. Can he pull it back down on the four wheels? He's going to bring it back down. With a minute left in his freestyle, what else can Neil Elliott do? He's got a great run. Can he take the lead? Remember, you are the judges. Out of those donuts, straight into another hit, comboing it up. Another transfer move down the MX hill. Getting up into Northern Nightmare's business. Backing up towards the backflip ramp, a reverse backflip, and he's going to recreate history. And now he's got 30 seconds left in his time. Can he fill it? A nice save right there off of that rebound. That could have put him over on his lid. Eyeball on the tires, onto the gas, on the ground, stuffing it into the MX hill, straight up and down for Neil Elliott. Cross-threading again, getting cattywampus up on two wheels, flipping the truck over, and not going to be able to save it before the RII. Neil Elliott and Max D having a great run out here, leaving 2 seconds on the clock. Bernard and Black Pearl making it to the semifinals in racing competition, and now hungry for freestyle competition. Coming out here onto the track, wondering what he's gonna do. Gonna go for a cross thread on the first hit of his freestyle, straight up and down for Black Pearl. Now off to the side of the 8-pack, getting a little bit of it, and a hard landing on the left side. He's going to save that truck on the way down from that pond, and now going to the tires. Backside of the MX hill, straight up and down for Black Pearl, just getting over the top of that ramp. Off to the side of that blue stack, very nicely done, a nosedive and comboing it up, or at least trying to off of that pond. Decent air gapping that fire truck over on top of that obstacle. And now side-slapping the MX hill on the way down from that jump. Going for some big air right here, straight up in the air. Look at the nose, losing the bed sides. Off to the side of the fire truck obstacle. A minute left for Black Pearl. Pretty good run so far, straight up and down over the pod. And a lucky landing there. Another cross thread, this time leveling out in midair and a hard landing. Keeping the momentum up, will it be enough to take the lead? Very nicely done right there, comboing it up. Now looking for a backflip, but not going to get all of the rotation. Colvinard going to land that truck upside down, a hard landing for Black Pearl out here at World Finals 20. Jimmy Creighton and Bounty Hunter coming out here onto the track after high jump competition. Not doing as well as he wanted to in the high jump competition. Wanted to take it all, but now he's out here in freestyle with his last chance to get some gold. flipping over in the first round of racing. Jimmy Creedon not having it this weekend. Some nice air though, making it up. Trying to keep it a little conservative, keep that truck on all four wheels throughout this freestyle, maybe turn it up at the end, but with what we've seen so far, will he be able to afford to do that? Turning that truck around, still keeping it conservative. Starting to turn it up though, sideways through the air right there for Bounty Hunter. Once again, off of the tires. Seems to keep gravitating towards the tires coming down that side of the track. And some nice air for Bounty Hunter once again, getting tripped up and gonna keep it on all four wheels. Nicely done. Jimmy Creedon, a veteran behind the wheel of these monster trucks. And he's known as more of a racer, but look at that air from Jimmy Creedon. Spreading his wings out here in freestyle and hitting that backflip rep Kolvinar just had some trouble with, and he's gonna land it. Putting her there to Kolvinar with just over a minute in. Bounty Hunter keeping it going. A nice combination move right there and keeping the wheelie alive across the pad. Turning that truck around once again. Dwindling down on time. Jimmy Creedon's gonna have to turn it up a little bit. A nosedive right there. Huge send. Reverse off of the pod, it just flipped him around 180 and he could not save the truck. Jimmy Creedon flipping over here at World Finals just a little too early. Next up for freestyle competition, it's John Gordon in Bad Company. He's gonna launch it off of the red side right there on top of that pod. And comboing it up straight up and down, a nice sky wheelie and already losing the bed here for Bad Company. Gonna flip a U. Nice air right there for the second hit in his freestyle. Gonna have to keep up momentum like this. Over the fire truck. Nice air once again. Almost getting into the gas there a little bit, trying to keep it going. Into a save. Can he keep it on all four wheels onto the sidewalls? John Gordon gonna put it back down. John Gordon got all sorts and kinds of cross up there with Bad Company. Able to keep that truck on four wheels here. No parts are broken. Off of the tire stack right there. Getting tripped up by the popper ramp and crooked for that next jump. Gonna keep it rolling though, getting lucky once again. And just over a minute, and he's gotta keep that truck on all four wheels. Turning around and eyeballing that fire truck. Some nice air into a slap wheelie, riding it up the ramp. Into trouble once again, and he slammed the gas. Shoved it in the side of the MX Hill, and it looks like he's gonna keep it on all four wheels once again. Three great saves here from John Gordon. Up and down and losing a wheel. Bad Company, that is going to be it. 30 seconds left on the clock. John Gordon made sure to include everything you'd want to see in a freestyle. Some huge air, some nice saves, some great wow factors, but in the end, will it be enough to take the lead here in freestyle competition? Ryan Disharoon and Sagan Shaker coming out here onto the floor for freestyle competition. He'll have 2 minutes on the clock to do whatever he pleases out here on this track. And the Sagan Shaker never disappoints. One of the bigger hitting independent trucks out here on the circuit. And he started off there with some nice air, just as I was talking about. Some big air time from Sagan Shaker. And he's going to do it once again off the red side there. Combo it up as well, straight up and down in the air. And already into some trouble. Possibly taking some damage there on the rear end. We're going to have to see how that affects him throughout this freestyle. Bring that thing up on the back two wheels. In trouble though, getting tossed over on each side. Pulling out with an amazing save. Ryan Disharoon coming out here off on that blue side. He's going to pull out on one wheel up on the nose. Amazing save for Sagan Shaker. Just over a minute left in his time. Straight up and down. And that rear end taking a big hit. Doesn't look like it's broken though. He's going to keep it going out here. Losing the body. That hood being the only thing remaining on that truck when it comes to the body. And a minute left on his freestyle. Will he be able to keep that truck together? Big nosedive right there, and he's going to slam that truck up and over that jump right there. Rebounding up and on top of that obstacle. Heading back for some more big air. Ryan Disharoon really letting this truck have it out here. Metal Shop Fabrication living up to the testament of time as Ryan Disharoon thrown into another great save off of that fire truck. Nice wheelie. He's going to carry it across the stadium floor with just under 30 seconds left. Straight up and down, a nice cross thread. On the two wheels. Cross thread in the MX Hill, just trying to keep this run going at this point. Off of the pod, a nice nosedive right there though. And going into overboard in the side of the stadium. That is going to be it for Ryan Disharoon, leaving some time on the clock. Will it be enough to take the lead?
Change your mind. I'm leaving you the pleasure to enter time. Break my bones, tear me pieces off.
Another veteran in the sport coming out here on the floor, Lindsey Wake in Lucas Oil Crusader. Making a name not only for himself, but this truck over the past 10 years or so. And coming out here, starting things off with some nice donuts. The World Finals 20 Freestyle competition. Some nice air there off the red side of that obstacle. Already being sent into a big nosedive, comboing it up into a wheelie and over those two jumps in the center of the track. Very nicely done from Lindsey Wake, taking a bad situation and turning it into something great here in Monster Jam, straight up and down once again off of that jump. And tagging the jammer into some trouble here onto the sidewalls and gonna keep it off of the wall here at World Finals 20. Lindsey Wake getting close to being RII due to safety concerns. He's going to keep it off of that wall, and nice combination move straight up and down. Some of the biggest air we've seen right there. Into some trouble, though, going up the ramp. Had he gone up any further, it probably would have resulted in an RII. But he's going to keep it under control. There really wasn't much else he could do. Off the backside of the MX Hill, some nice air leveling out. One of the cleaner landings we've seen down that ramp so far tonight. Over a minute in his run, just over 45 seconds left in his time, and he's in trouble once again. A nice save. Can he keep it on all four wheels? Onto the sidewalls once again for Lindsey Wake, tossing it over. And that is going to be it for Lucas Oil Crusader. Lindsey Wake giving it his best there in that save attempt. Not going to be able to bring it back over onto all four wheels, though. Cynthia Gautier in Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice coming out here onto the floor for freestyle and heading straight for that fire truck. Some nice air right there. Losing the tail almost immediately, but a nice combination move right there. Almost into some trouble at the end of that obstacle. Able to pull it back down with the front wheels and going for that MX Hill. Some nice air for Cynthia Gautier. Turning that truck around and heading for that pod. Not quite being able to clear it, getting tripped up, and a nice combination move straight up and down. A great sky wheelie here from Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice. Going for the transfer move and a nosedive into some trouble and hard on the top of that cage. Flipping the truck over, and that is going to be it for Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice. Not going to be able to fill enough time. Kody Saucier losing first round of racing to John Zimmer and flipping the truck over. Not able to do exactly what he wanted in two-wheel skills, so he is really looking forward to getting his hands on this freestyle track. Take out his frustrations. And it looks like he is backing up for a hit off of the side of this pod. Some nice air to start the time. And a slap wheelie to boot. Gonna ride it off of the ramp on the backside of the MX Hill, and he's gonna whip that truck mid-air to get it back down on the ground. Kody Saucier almost making me stumble. I didn't even know what to call that. Losing the bedside off of that landing. Already got something different out here. That is what we like to see. And nosedive into another slap, really riding it into the ramp again. This time in a little bit more trouble, going end over end and getting a lucky roll onto the sidewall, and he's going to pull it back down. Once again up on the nose with that truck, trying to keep it going. Shedding the body, a sway bar is inverted. And Kody Saucier is trying to keep this freestyle going out here. Cross thread right there from Kody Saucier. Off of the tires. Straight up and down off the backside of the MX Hill and a weird rebound. Gonna keep it on all four wheels, just over a minute in on his time. Gotta keep that truck on all four wheels. Right as I say that, he's into some trouble. Getting a lucky bounce, a lucky roll, and putting that thing back on all four wheels. Another great wow factor for Kody Saucier. And he's in trouble off the MX Hill. He's going to get clipped up, and that is going to flip the truck over. Not going to be able to save it this time. But Kody Saucier putting up some great highlights there for World Finals 20 Freestyle. Barney Hussar and Zombie Fire coming out here onto the track. Going to be starting off in the red lane like few other before him. Nice combination moves there. Some huge air off of that combo. A great start for Barney Hussar. Been having some trouble the past few years in freestyle competition as he sends it. Some of the biggest air we've seen off of that jump all night. And a nice combination move to put it right on top of that. Going for the single log off of the pod and casing it right there. A hard landing. He's going to lose the rear end of that truck. A huge transfer attempt. He's going to land it almost perfectly down the front side of the MX Hill, excuse me. Getting tripped up right there. Huge nosedive and the truck is broken. That is going to be it for Zombie Fire out here. Barney Hussar flipping over earlier than he expected, but some great moves nonetheless. Tony Oaks was so ready for freestyle competition, we didn't even get a shot of his truck. He is already out here on the track. Gonna start things off of the MX Hill right there, off to the side and comboing it up into the pod. Turning that truck around on a dime. And now straight back into the pod. Riding a wheelie into that jump super fast. He's gonna combo it up right there and keep it going. Tossing that truck end over end. Keeping it under control somehow. Tony Oaks really gunning for a freestyle lead out here. Going cross-threading up the side of the mini flip ramp right there. Nice air off of that fire truck obstacle. He's trying to keep it going, comboing it up into trouble on the sidewalls. He's going to keep it up on the sidewalls and put it back down onto all fours. No, he's going back up on the other side. And now he's going to bring it back down onto all four wheels. Just about a minute in on his freestyle run, and Tony Oaks really starting to turn it up here in freestyle competition. If he keeps up this momentum, he's absolutely going to be able to take the lead. Going into a front flip, trying it, twisting over, not going to be able to land it, and an RII has been issued to Tony Oaks, and that is going to be it with 46 seconds left on the clock. That was looking like it was going to be the run of the night, but flipping over just a little too early. Scott Buto and El Toro Loco Ice coming out here onto the floor. Your team captain of Team Ice. See what he can do, starting things off a little differently, cross-threading there, and into a combination move, getting tossed off to the left side. He's going to keep it on all four wheels though, and on the two wheels once again, keeping it down and into a jump immediately. Nice slap wheelie combination into the fire truck stack right there. Muto going for that popper into the brakes to flatten the truck out in the air. And he's going to get a nice combo off of that slap wheelie right there. Straight up and down, a nice sky wheelie off of that AX hill. Now he's getting some more nice air. Sideways off of the pod right there, getting a little bit of a cross-thread maneuver. And now having to back up in that junkyard of just monster truck parts in the side of the stadium. Now almost getting a whip maneuver for El Toro Loco, but it's going to cost him. Flipping the truck over, losing the horn, and going to save it. Scott Buto and El Toro Loco Ice. That was the best save he has had all year. Coming out here at World Finals, that's exactly what you want to see happen. Hard rebound there, and a huge combination move straight up and down for Scott Buto, tossing it over 2 wheels on top of that obstacle and letting it down. Drifting that truck around the transfer ramp and some massive air. That truck just going sideways through the air. Combination moves for Scott Buto. This year's approach is not so much on the backflips and more for a huge air assault, some nice saves. He's got less than 30 seconds left and he's into trouble once again, flipping over, losing the last horn. And that is going to be it for the bull out here, El Toro Loco, flipping over a little early. Ryan Anderson in Son-Uva Digger has won this championship before, and he's looking to do it again out here in freestyle competition at World Finals 20. Can he do it? Representing Team Digger and already on 2 wheels before starting his time into that jump. A nice little combination move before he even got a hit out. Off the side of the pod right there, some nice air and a nice crossthread. We haven't seen anybody quite do something like that yet off of that pod. And just forcing a slap wheelie out of that truck right there. And an amazing move right there for Son-Uva Digger. Ryan Anderson getting very lucky there. Flipping that truck up and over. Almost a front flip maneuver, what we saw Tony Oaks try earlier. He did touch the ground on the front wheels, but getting very lucky right there. Son-Uva Digger keeping this run going. Huge air off of that fire truck for Son-Uva Digger. Ryan Anderson trying to keep the run going after that amazing wow factor. And now he's eyeballing that backflip a little early, just over a minute left, and he's going to land on the rear end. Somehow going to shove that truck into reverse and keep it down. The rear end of that chassis has seen some better days. Into a little bit of a save right there. He could have gotten in some trouble. A nice combination move. Son-Uva Digger just crawling all over the track, getting over every jump he possibly can. Losing the body on that monster truck. Almost clearing the MX hill. Now going for the blue side right there. Some nice air, a little sideways through midair. Comboing it up sideways once again off of the tires. Sideways off of the single log. 25 seconds left and some massive air for Son-Uva Digger. Into the wall right there. He's going to have to put it into reverse with 16 seconds left on the clock. He's slinging a donut on the side of the jump, but it's placing it right next to that wall once again, backing up again. Will that affect his scores? He's still got a crazy run so far. Amazing save right there as time has elapsed. This will be his last move. As Ryan Anderson flipping that truck over at the backflip wall at the front of the stadium, and that will be it for Son-Uva Digger. Ryan Anderson laying it down out here. Next up for freestyle competition, it's Gravedigger 35 driven by Adam Anderson coming out here after his little brother. End over end, almost endoing quite a few times and pulling out on those front 2 wheels. Adam Anderson also opting to start on that left launch lane. Trying to clear the blue side, they're not quite going to do it. Off of the 8-pack, straight up and down off the pod and going to land in the middle. sideways through the air over the pod. Trying to keep it going. A nice combination is just being thrown all throughout the track. Looks like these jumps are just kind of spitting this truck out every other which way. Sideways once again, and onto two wheels, over by the wheels. Is he going to be able to save it on the sidewalls? And that is going to be it for Gravedigger 35. Adam Anderson flipping over early and turning those headlights off. And that is going to be it for Gravedigger out here at World Finals 20. Getting close to the end of the show, we're capping it off with Avenger, going to be one of the last 3 trucks out here for freestyle competition. We want to thank you for 15,000 subscribers here supporting the T.Ray channel. As Avenger is starting his freestyle off here, Jim Kohler, Mr. Excitement. Some nice air there, second hit of the freestyle, and he's going to get almost a nice down ramp right there, clipping the rear wheels. Jim Kohler seeing all the freestyles out here, wondering what he's going to have to do to take the lead. Just trying to take it conservative right now, and he's going to turn it up near the end of the freestyle. Drifting around the transfer ramp. And some nice air there for Jim Kohler in that CRC chassis. Going for the backflip wall, and he's going to the red side. A nice backflip for Avenger, starting to lose the body on that brand new beautiful Bel Air. Gonna go for a cross thread on the pod right there, but he's lining up for something different, going for the mini flip ramp. And he's going to land at the second backflip of the run. But this time it was off the mini flip. Will it have a different effect on the judges' point of view on this run? Some nice air off the MX hill, as I was saying that. Some of the biggest air we've seen, and now he's sideways. Off of that jump, comboing it up off the 8-pack with some massive air. Now keeping it away from his teammate, Corey Reynolds' truck. Some nice air, huge nosedive for Avenger, clipping it into the dirt. Flipping that truck over into the dumpsters, and that clock has frozen for Avenger out here. That is going to be it for Jim Kohler. Not quite going to be able to fill his time out here. Todd Leduc lining up for something big here. Revving that engine up. Coming down the right side of the track. Some huge air for Monster Energy out here. Todd Leduc, some of the biggest air we've ever seen in competition. Starting off his freestyle right. Some huge air off of that fire truck obstacle, completely transferring it onto an entirely different obstacle. Todd Leduc gonna try and keep it going out here, but that landing may have taken a toll on the truck. Nosediving right there, and he's going for the front flip. He's gonna land it. Todd Leduc, seeing what Tony Oaks did, deciding to try it for himself, and he is going to stick it perfectly out here in Monster Energy. Now all he has to do is finish this run. He still has quite a bit of time up there on the clock. Turning around here, the backflip ramps, he's just trying to get out of there. He wants to hit as many things as he can now. Sideways on the fire truck, he's going to keep it on all 4 wheels. Straight up and down, some huge air for Monster Energy. Flipping the truck over though. And in between the transfer ramp, he is going to end his freestyle. Todd Leduc going over just a little too early. But an amazing front flip, he's going to land that, and an amazing first maneuver to start his freestyle. Monster Jam's only 12-time World Finals Champion coming out here onto the track to do what he does best. Freestyle competition is what Tom Entz lives for. And Max D Fires coming out here on the track looking to do the same thing that Todd Leduc did, but maybe even bigger. What a rebound there from that truck. Turning it around. It's going to be the last truck of the night here for freestyle competition. So what you get is what you get with Max D here. Going into a slap wheel, you don't see that much from Willman trucks. Flipping that truck around and getting into Corey Rummel's Fire Megalodon there just a little bit, his teammate truck. Some nice air right there for Max D. Tom Mentz's teammate Neil Elliott came out here for the first part of part 2, and now we are ending it up with Tom Mentz. He's trying to keep this run going. So far, I think he needs to pick up the momentum just a little bit. The air has been great. Into some trouble right here, almost into a backflip. He's going to land on top of the chassis. It's going to complete the rotation for him. He didn't complete it mid-air. A hard landing for Max D right there on the front end of the chassis somehow. Going to keep that thing up on 4 wheels right as I say that he's going to save it. An amazing save from Max D Fire right here. Tom Mentz pulling it out here. Monster Jam is rooted in this man's heart. And he is showing it out here with 40 seconds left on the clock. What else can Tom Mentz do? Some massive air here in that Willman truck. Comboing it up into trouble on the sidewalls, and he's going to ride it down the MX hill right there. Drifting that truck out. Some massive air for Max D. Comboing it up once again down the tires. 18 seconds left. What else can he do? Going for the backflip, and it looks like he's going to land it. 10 seconds left for Max D, our last competitor for freestyle competition. Slamming it into the backside of the MX hill, some of the biggest air we've seen all night. Slamming the front end of that chassis into the dirt, and that will be it for Max D, filling his allotted time. But will it be enough to take the lead here in freestyle competition? We want to thank you for coming out here to Orlando, Florida for World Finals 20, and thank you for 15,000 subscribers on the T.Ray channel. We will be back again here very shortly.